UNIGINE 2.17 brings you support for new graphic API, a new GI solution, and a massive pack of updates for most of the editor tools. Let's take a look at a few highlights featured in this release. First off, we are ready to say that DirectX 12 and Vulkan support is now production-ready and available both in the editor and runtime. The immediate effect is increased CPU performance. Please be aware that this release is the last one to support OpenGL. We have added a new ray marching mode for environment probes taking into account geometry of surfaces around to render reflections and diffuse lighting. Such a probe can be either placed somewhere in the world or attached to the camera to provide global illumination for the player position. You can think of it as screen space GI in panoramic space, providing quality and physical correctness of global illumination and ensuring that reflections, as well as diffuse lighting, will become much more realistic in comparison with traditional cube map-based techniques. This technology, combined with the new Spatial Temporal Denoiser, is a huge step to a full-scale GI solution. With a new IG plus VR template, you can build VR-based simulators using the power of the IG application template. A meteoradar component is now available out of the box in the image generator template. New precipitation types powered by GPU particles are an experimental option, providing even more realistic high-density rain and snow with much less impact on performance. Water decals now support black albedo color and the auxiliary buffer that comes in handy when you need to visualize auxiliary data, such as local temperature changes. We have optimized UI creation process so the editor starts faster. A new surface profiler is a vital tool for optimization of heavy content, showing the number of surfaces, meshes, and materials seen in the viewport, providing details about visibility distances, polygon count, and many other parameters, along with a quick graphical overview of grouped surfaces. The texture profiler has been updated to provide visual representation of relative memory consumption, with the similar diagram enabling you to group textures by resolution, format, preset, and so on. New texture visualizers, simplifying optimization, let you estimate the texture screen density and resolution right in the viewport. And right in the viewport, the new Vertex Color Debug visualizers will show you vertex color data. The Helpers panel has been enriched with more new auxiliary visualizers for various purposes, to check, say, emissive or transparent objects, having complex shadow shaders or certain bits of the selected mask enabled. Now you can filter materials by various types in the materials hierarchy and toggle displaying of them in the table view. We've added filtering to the cluster paint tool, enabling you to choose geometry types to paint on. New Focus ignores huge bound boxes of auxiliary nodes, but you can use the old-fashioned mode if you wish. New Selection Filter is at your disposal. Just pick the node types you want to deal with and use frame selection even in too cluttered scenes. We've improved the packages system to simplify the process of sharing content, code, binaries, and other external project-related files, and adapt to our fresh add-on store. The package history window will keep all the packages obtained from the add-on store to simplify version management. We have improved asynchronous geometry streaming. Meshes can now be loaded to RAM and video memory separately. You can now specify the number of frames for loading right after the first frame. Landscape terrain streaming has also been improved to reduce performance spikes. Compressed landscape layer maps are now loaded asynchronously. Preloading of heights data within the specified radius now ensures correct collisions and intersection calculation. Particle systems are made more flexible and convenient. Deflectors, noises, and forces that were bound to a particular particle system are now separate entities, which makes theirs setup simpler and more convenient, so there is no need to make the same adjustments for several particle systems. The new Particle Spacer node is an invisible boundary used to cut out particles from unwanted volumes. In a new sample, you can learn integration of Photon, a popular networking engine and multiplayer platform. A pack of new API samples covers some of high-level application systems, such as animation basics, tracked vehicles, and physical buoyancy. And now we've opened the ability to publish free assets for all users. The monetization feature is expected to be available soon, enabling you to get money for your assets.